One. I came out of the darkness with a bullet in my hand, folks. A hop bullet, that is. This is Sierra Nevada's Spring Seasonal Hop Bullet Double IPA. Now, this one's got some interesting info on it. Hop Bullet Double IPA features a new technique. We're hitting this beer with a double-barreled slug of Magnum hops and lupulin dust. Okay. Now, dropping a slug of hops in there is not unusual, but this lupulin dust, the source of hop flavor and aroma, right into the fermenter for a ballistic burst of aggressive hop character. I gotta look up this lupulin dust. Maybe it's powdered hops, I'm not sure, but it definitely sounds interesting. Sierra Nevada puts out a lot of really decent beers and some good hopped beers, hoppy beers, some good IPAs. Their basic pale ale's got a nice hoppy character to it, but Hop Bullet just sounds, it does, the name alone sounds aggressive and explosive. Managed to put a decent head on that. I've been trying to get more aggressive with my pours to do that, but I gotta tell you, I'm still a little gun shy about having it just foam up over the edge of the glass, because that's happened to me a lot in the past. And that's why you see me not making such aggressive pours on video. That has got some particulates in it. Maybe it's the lupulin dust, just kind of clumping together. But there's definitely some particulates in there, making it a very hazy beer. Very flocculent beer, because there are some flocks in there. Yeah. It's not quite chunky, though. And this is, visually, I've always found the beers with the chunks floating in it and the flocks, I've always found that off-putting. I don't mind a hazy beer, but when I can actually see like little itty-bitty chunks or just specks or particulates floating in there, it puts me off. But I have learned slowly over time that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially in a hoppy beer, that there's actually some really good flavor in these guys. But visually, I just still can't get past it. I do not like the thought of drinking chunky liquids. But again, I digress. I've gotten past that more and more, but I still have that little thing in the back of my mind. It's like, ugh, that doesn't look good. But it is a nice hazy, flocculent, golden colored beer. Getting a bit of a citrusy aroma. And maybe some floral notes. For me personally, citrus and pine are the two hop notes I pick up on most, but I'm actually getting a hint of floral maybe there. But primarily citrus. Goes down nice and smooth. Those little flecks, you don't feel them on the tongue at all. There's no texture to the beer. It's got a nice medium mouthfeel though, so it's got some body to it. But again, you don't swallow those chunks. I think that's the biggest thing that puts me off. That visually puts me off is I'm anticipating actually feeling those chunks being swallowed, or the flecks being swallowed, and it doesn't. When it doesn't happen, I'm pleasantly surprised. Again, it's just a visual versus other sensory perception thing. So. But it does go down nice and smooth. It's got a bit of decent body to it. Like I said, nice medium mouthfeel. And it is quite hoppy. There's an overall hoppy bitterness up front. Kind of resolves itself to a piney, citrusy, earthy flavor. It's hard to pick out particular notes. See, I'm still getting a lot of citrus in the aroma as I bring it up to drink it, but I think I'm getting pine and earthy notes, and then some floral and citrus. It's just all four of those are really blending together, and no one particular hop characteristic is really expressing itself at any particular time during the drinking of the beer. They just kind of seem to keep rotating on my palate. I'm not sure what the lupulin dust is supposed to be doing, but I don't think I'm getting anything different or unusual from the beer because of that. I think I'm just getting a nice rotating hop character. Those four major, not esters. Esters are what we get from yeasts, but those four major flavor characteristics that you're used to from hops just keep rotating. Like this time I got earthy up front, followed by a heavy floral, and maybe some notes of pine and citrus in the finish, but mostly earthy and floral. So it's the fact that I'm not getting the same impression every time I sip it. It's really interesting. And honestly, it's bumping this beer up to a 4.5 out of 5 for me. It's just very interesting, the fact that I'm not getting the same impression every time I sip it. I'm getting those four different hop characteristics, and they're rotating in priority. Like this last sip was just an overall hoppy bitterness, but then it was followed up with piney notes, then citrus, then earthy and floral, and that's in the order of intensity that I was experiencing them. So, yeah, I'm not quite ready to give it with the full 5 out of 5 with the wow experience, but the fact that it's changing as I drink it, the fact that I'm getting all four different hop notes at different times during the drinking experience, definitely pushes up to a much higher than above average rating. It's just not given that full perfect 5 out of 5 wow just yet. And also the rotating hop characteristic, that's something I have experienced in other beers before. I mean, it's certainly not common, but it is definitely an unusual experience and worth noting. So, yeah, check it out. Spring seasonal. It's February, so we're still in the dead of winter here, but should be around for a little while if that's the case. But that's just what I have to say about the beer. Hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. Let me know what you think. If you agree or disagree, either way, I'd love to talk to you about it. While you're down there, make sure to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Got to bump those subscriber numbers up. Till next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.
Getting the last tune-in station you listen to. Gimlet Media streaming 24/7.
And here comes Alexa in the background again. I don't know what the hell I said to turn her on, but...
Anyway, that's the theory. But I also want to acknowledge something else. Something that I'm sure a lot of you out there listening already know.
Alexa, stop. Apparently it's tune in that turns her on. I'll have to make a note of that. Change up what I say at the very end of the video, because Alexa's right over there and she keeps turning on at the end of the video.
Sorry,
Anyway.
I don't know that one.
Thanks for watching. Cheers. Hey, before you go, also, let me know down there if anything in my videos is turning your echo dot on, because apparently it keeps turning mine on.